Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. McLean here. Today we're going to be working with the math tool called a 10 frame. And we're going to be working on our sense of 10, really knowing the numbers 1 through 10 extremely well. And now I know most of you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we need to understand how those numbers relate to one another. So I'm going to show you how to do that today using this 10 frame. First of all, I'm going to start out with some counters. Now, boys and girls, when you're counting at home, you might not have any of these little cute little insect counters. You might. But if you don't, no worries. You can use anything as a counter. Stickers, pennies, dry beans, noodles, anything that you would like that you can tangibly pick up and touch to help you with the counters. So when I use this 10 frame, I want to use this 10 frame to help me know my numbers inside and out. So if I'm looking at this and I see that all my counters are in a box and all my boxes are filled with a counter, I want to get in the habit of knowing right away that that's 10. If I'm just still working and I'm new to counting, I want to make sure that I'm using one-to-one correspondence. And this is what I mean by that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boys and girls, I touched each object with my finger and I counted as I went. As you become a better counter and a better mathematician, you won't have to use your finger all the time. But there are times in the beginning, especially, that you want to be sure you're touching your objects. Okay, so if I'm looking at this and I see that it's filled, I know that there are 10 there. If I took this one out, I know that I have one less than 10. I know without counting I have 9 because one box is empty on my 10 frame. Then I might say, what is 1 less than 9? 1 less than 9? If I'm still new to counting, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I have really worked hard on my counting skills, then I know that there's 8 there because there are 2 boxes that are empty from my 10 frame. If I have 7, I'm going to take this one away. If I have 7 on my 10 frame, and I want to know what's 1 more than 7, I'm going to put one of my insects down, and I know 1 more than 7 is 8. I also see that 2 are empty on my 10 frame. Someone might ask, well, how many more do you need to make 10? Well, I know that I need 2 more to make 10 because there are 2 spaces empty on my 10 frame. Now I know that it is full and it has 10. So boys and girls, you want to get in the habit of knowing that when all this is filled, when all these boxes are filled, that it is 10 objects in those boxes. You can also use different counters. I'm going to use some counters that are red on one side and yellow on the other side that you might use if you're using this 10 frame for addition. Okay, so if I'm looking at my 10 frame right now, I see 3 yellow and 1 red. I know 3 and 1 more is 4. If I'm looking at this as an addition, I know 3 yellow plus 1 red equals 4. I may also use this as a subtraction tool. I'm going to take some away. So if I have 3 bananas and my brother eats 1 banana, how many bananas are left? 2 are left. So I can use a 10 frame for counting, for talking about more and less, for addition, and for subtraction. I also want to show you the connecting cubes. So our connecting cubes connect, and these are great for many reasons. They are great because they connect and we can use them for counting like that and they don't roll all over the place. They are also great for your fine motor skills, and that's those tiny little muscles in your fingers that sometimes we have a hard time using. So if we use some connecting cubes like this, it strengthens our muscles in our fingers to help us pull things apart and put them together. You can use connecting cubes as you're using your 10 frame. So if I have some connecting cubes in my 10 frame, and boys and girls, when you're counting, instead of saying what number comes next, or moms and dads, instead of saying what number comes next, I want you to try using the words, what is one more, or one less, or two more, or two less, so on and so forth. Because when we get into the habit of saying what comes next, then it becomes just like we're rote counting. We really want them to have that sense of 10 when using this. So I might ask the question, how many more do I need to make 10? Well, I know because my 10 frame, I know if this is full, it equals 10. I see that 2 are empty, so that I know that I need 2 more to make 10. Okay? If I have 4 on my 10 frame, I see 2 up top and 2 at the bottom. How many more do I need to make 5? I could add another counter, and I see that I have 5. 4 and 1 more is 5. And when you're starting to talk about adding the more, you don't have to use the plus sign or the equal sign right off if you'll just talk about it from a number sense. I know 3 and 2 is 5. Now, at the beginning, boys and girls, if you're just now working really hard to become a great mathematician, you're going to do that 1 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you've already worked really hard on that, you can say, well, I know 3 and 2 more is 5 without having to count them 1 to 1. You want to make sure you always start off with counting 1 to 1. If you want to take these off your 10 frame and you want to practice stacking them together, you could say, I have 3 and 2 more is 5. And you can also touch these and count those as well. Boys and girls, I hope you have a better understanding of how to use a 10 frame and what a sense of 10 is. And I hope you have a great day.